This is a wash in northern Arizona. It's the drainage system of the annual flash floods. The rest of the year, off-road vehicles spawn here, flinging their bodies against the sandy banks. Just down the wash and completely unnoticed by the four-wheelers is one of the most unique hidden treasures of the Southwest, a slot canyon. Found in the slick rock country of Arizona and Utah, slot canyons start as a crack in the sandstone surface that is scoured deeper each year by the seasonal flash floods. Because the flow is sudden and intermittent, the walls dry out after each flood and stay narrow, etched with the force of the water. On the surface of the desert, it remains a crack you could step over, while the canyon walls drop hundreds of feet in a succession of narrow passages and cathedral-like alcoves. My name is Dana Slaymaker. I live in Tucson, Arizona. As a photographer interested in making prints as art, I've been fascinated by the abstract and surrealistic quality of these unique hidden canyons. Rarely identified on maps or widely known, their locations are carried through a network of friends and given as gifts. My friends, Art Toomey, Pat Morrow, Jeremy Smith, and myself have been exploring and photographing the slots for 12 years, finding them on aerial photographs or through the information chain. These prints are the fruit of those years, my shards from the canyons. This is the beginning of one of the best slots. It's a bed of striated sandstone in the middle of this wash. And as you can see, it starts just as a little slit in the ground. Later on, when we start to hit plunge ponds inside it, we'll have to use ropes. But right now, we can just squeeze ourselves into it and start down. Actually, you need both ropes and skill to climb in, descending over the upper rim or rappelling down the series of plunges, shinning between the walls, trying to maintain that delicate balance between edging down and falling, with hand and feet braced on opposite sides of the canyon, or deciding if you want your feet to face forward or away from each other till you reach the next room. Then there's the unavoidable plunge pool, with cold, muddy water the consistency of Mylanta. If you can get down there, it's a photographer's dream world. This is prime slot. We're about 100 feet from the surface. The sandstone is striated. You can see the movement of the water over its surface where the sides have been carved, it's been cut, and the light is coming down in shafts from the surface, striking the walls and bouncing off into the sort of warm glow. The rock itself is about a uniform pink. Most of the color comes from sunlight striking the sides and bouncing back as orange, mixing with blue light coming straight down from the sky. And so you get this mixture of the two that defines the area. I'm often asked if the colors in my prints are real, which is one of the reasons we made this video. A goal in my work is to convey the sense of unreality experienced in these canyons. They are so unfamiliar, with no direction or horizon, that you can actually look without frame of reference and experience your own capacity to see the surreal. Through this childlike disorientation, the walls seem to be watching you, and the canyon rim can become a creature of sky. This is the mermaid in the sky with fish. I shot it very early in the morning when the sunlight was just beginning to strike the upper walls of the canyon, and it was still pitch black down in there. And the sky was almost clear with just a little bit of cloud cover coming in. But you can see that the canyon is still so narrow up here that you could walk across it and just keep on going without noticing it. My wife has an expression, waiting 3 days for the light. I once sat in this slot for several hours, too far down and weakly lit, till the sun reached just the right position in the sky, and for a few moments filled the room with shafts of light. That quality of distinct opposing natures is the essence of these canyons. Dark, dusty, covered with owl droppings, then illuminated. Usually dry and extravagantly shaped with this mysterious light, then that sudden destructive moment when it becomes the channel of a mad river 200 feet deep and 2 feet wide. Created by this battle between intense dryness and overwhelming torrents, the Slot Canyons speak with gentle elegance of the basic desert paradox, the power of water in a land where there is little.